Hey, how you doing?
BMW says that the dealership experience is as old as the car industry. It's 100 years old, and while the cars have changed, the retail experience is pretty much the same as it was 100 years ago. And the old model of dealerships are at extreme risk if they don't change. Your thoughts on that statement to start?
Well, I do believe that, that for the most part, sales hasn't really changed too much when you're looking at the fact of a customer, giving the customer a great experience in order to earn their trust, to earn their business. I too read that article as well about BMW and them coming up with, I guess, what you call the Genius program, where they have one specialist that takes care of, providing the customer with all the information they need to inform the customer, and then just kind of making the salesman more of a cashier than actually a salesman.
Yeah, I guess that's what they borrowed the idea from Apple. I suppose when you go into an Apple store, that's what happens. But they have a product genius, and he's not motivated to sell the car. He's not selling the person. He's just talking about the product and how sophisticated cars are now, because they are, aren't they, with everything else. And so they hire someone with emotional empathy, communication skills, and service-oriented. And some of the dealers, I guess, were skeptical because they thought, well, how am I going to hire someone who isn't commission-based and isn't supposed to sell anything? But for whatever reason, satisfaction scores went up because people didn't feel pressured. And so this genius idea, this person who would help you, take delivery of the car, answer any questions down the road too, somehow made people feel more at ease and more loyal.
Yeah, I can understand that. Basically, they're building trust in somebody that's never going to, give them the pressure to make that next step, or to tell them, hey, let's go sit down at my desk and punch out some numbers. But that is also an experience, I think, that a salesman, just as a salesman themselves, can establish with the customer without, providing that pressure on there. I understand that.
So you can
sales market.
You think both? There can be one person that sort of fulfills both roles. Is that how it works at Pfeiffer Lincoln?
Yeah. We have a small staff of salesmen, and we're all very informed. Lincoln does a really good job of providing us with all the information and tools that we need on hand to give the customer all the information that they may not already come in equipped with. But nowadays, in most cases, the customer has actually already been provided with the information that they need using the internet and anything that they have access to the World Wide Web on their cell phones. A lot of these cars, they can just scan a barcode and get all the specs on a vehicle, as well as possibly even invoice price. So it's a little bit harder in our aspect, so we just need to build their trust, as well as build a good, long-lasting relationship with them.
Well, there you have it. That's the news. Thank you very much for the idea of what goes on at Pfeiffer Lincoln in Grand Rapids. And also, they're talking about replacing, changing sort of the environment in the showroom to more open floor plans with tables instead of desks. And as you said, large screens where you can have a look-see at the car in different colors and all that sort of thing. So maybe the geniuses are at Pfeiffer Lincoln in Grand Rapids. After all, 42 minutes.